Today, I want to talk about the effect of textbook policy on private international schools in China. Education in China is a state-run public education system by the Ministry of Education. And the well-known 9-year compulsory education was first adopted on April 1986 to guarantee the right to compulsory education of school-age children and adolescents for a 6 years primary school and 3 years secondary school. The compulsory education law of the People's Republic of China made it clear that the state practices an examination and approval system for textbooks. The measures for examination and approval of textbooks shall be formulated by the Administrative Department for Education under the State Council. Textbooks which have not been examined and for which no approval has been obtained shall not be published or used. In China, there are several types of schools. Public school is the largest education system for Chinese students. Textbooks usage in public school is strictly following the compulsory education. Under the fast development of China's economy and a broader view of world education, parents, especially in Tier 1 cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen, tend to send their kids to receive Western education. For Chinese students, there are two paths for an education school environment currently. First is the International Department of Public High School, and second is the private international school. The International Department of a Public High School only provides international teaching in high school stage, and the policies on this type of school has been tightened in the past 3 years. So private international school has become the most popular one parents would seek for a multicultural learning environment. Private international school, according to Chinese education policy, can carry out independent education and teaching activities on the premise of completing state-stipulated courses on compulsory education stage. Policies on overseas textbooks has changed a lot over the past decade. In 2005, it was very strict that all schools should strictly select textbooks within the scope of the bibliography and should not use overseas textbooks. In 2012, private schools were given more freedom to choose overseas textbooks, but they must report to the Provincial Education and Administrative Department for review and approval. In 2018, the government set out an action to correct and dispose of illegal foreign or self-reading courses used instead of state-approved materials in China's 9-year compulsory education period for all international schools in China. In terms of education quality, this action can help keeping it on the national supervised level. According to a survey, 53% of parents believe that international textbook supervision will make international education more in line with the education concepts. On the other side, more than 60% of parents believe that the multicultural content will be affected after the review of the textbook. And regarding the teaching method and quality, about half of the parents believe that teachers need time to adapt to the textbook reform, and teachers feel struggled and stressed at setting up a localized international course with a combination of Chinese culture and national ideology instruction and Western culture. And with limited access to international learning materials, the sight towards international viewing can be narrowed. It's very hard for teachers to equip students with broad international view as themselves are standing on a limited international platform. Students will experience cultural cognitive dissonance as their mother tongue comprehension is not as solid as public school students. Meanwhile, English cultural learning isn't Western rooted yet localized. Some parents would even seek a foreign nationality for their kids in order to acquire a full Western education. The needs for international learning are still increasing in China. How to set up proper courses which really in line with international thinking and China's policy, and to keep the balance of ideological free under the improvement of teaching quality and innovation are what private international schools and teachers should work on in the coming years. And here are some references on my work. Thank you for watching.